Jorge from the floors. Yes, good to meet you. I don't speak English. You speak Portuguese? Well, say you speak Portuguese to me, and I'll figure it out. Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Portuguese Winery. We're very proud to produce all Portuguese wines and share it with everybody in the world. Come here because I get people from all over the world, like you from Calceda. You come here and you enjoy our wines and our hospitality, and we trade stories. And the most important thing, when you leave, you compliment me on the wine. That's a reward to me, and we're very passionate to provide that service and provide a good experience. Even people from no Portuguese people come here and they leave with a good feeling, and that's very important to me. So anyway,
I say, let's talk a while.
Let's go talk.
E para já quero enviar um grande abraço, agradecer a preferência pelo canal das Doce e dizer-vos que viemos até uma zona magnífica aqui na cidade de Acampo, Califórnia. É uma adega, em inglês diz-se Winery, mas antes de conversarmos aqui com o Mr. ou com o Sr. Vernon Vieira, eu gostaria de dizer-vos, e porque vocês merecem uma explicação, nós tivemos há cerca de 2-3 dias um problema no canal das 12. Houve um hacker que entrou e 13 anos de trabalho, 4.500 vídeos, num abrir e fechar de olhos, desapareceram da vossa companhia e acabou por ser tipo uma... Como é que eu vou te explicar? Acabou por ser uma baixa, o termo certo é esse, na equipa que trabalha diariamente para que chegue até vós todos os nossos trabalhos. É a primeira vez também, já agora, que estou aqui na Califórnia, tenho 58 anos e quero agradecer do fundo do coração à equipa de Ilmar e ao Osvaldo esta oportunidade. Há coisas que não se explicam, sentem-se, e vai um agradecimento muito grande e a certeza de que enquanto tivermos saúde, independentemente daquilo que nos façam, vamos continuar a levar até vós estes nossos trabalhos. Toda uma equipa, e não quero esquecer que é composta, eu vou começar agora por Ilmar, porque somos nós que estamos aqui, pelo Osvaldo, pelo Duarte Teixeira, pelo Luís Adelino, pelo Armindo Cabral, que estivemos a falar ontem, pela Isadora, pelo Roberto Picanço e pela Soraya, no Canadá, e pelo José Cardoso, na Costa Leste. Eu costumo dizer que somos poucos, simples, mas bons. E o ponto fundamental nesta equipa é a amizade. Sem ocultar isto ou aquilo, nós abrimos-nos completamente uns com os outros e acho que é assim que as coisas funcionam. Sem mais demoras, porque sei que vocês dizem, ele já está a falar demais. Vamos, diz Luís.
O que tenho a dizer é bem-vindo à Califórnia.
Muito obrigado.
Porque estás com bons amigos. Não te esqueças disto. Leva para trás a nossa amizade, porque valeu a pena vir à Califórnia, porque vais gostar e estás com bons amigos. Nunca te esqueças disto. E nós estamos aqui para te ajudar naquilo que for preciso e entender. O canal das 12 não vai morrer aqui.
Não vai. E nunca esquecerei este momento. Viemos até à St. George Winery. É um paraíso onde o Sr. Vernon Vieira é o proprietário. Ele é neto de famílias de São Jorge e das Flores. Fala basicamente o inglês, mas vamos tentar aos poucos levar aquilo que ele sente e aquilo que ele fez em português, porque eu sei que vocês prezam a nossa língua. O Luís Adelino está aqui ao meu lado para me desenrascar quando houver alguma falha, porque eu não sou perfeito.
Estás-te a enganar.
Mas vou começar por perguntar ao Sr. Vernon, há quantos anos é que monta esta adega, este espaço magnífico? How many years?
How many years we've been here? We've been here for the winery like 15 years. But I've been on this ranch since I was 8 years old. And no fala português. We're going to talk English.
No problem. But fala em português aquilo que sabe.
Yeah, it's okay. So, Babo Baba Vieiras from the Flores, Babo Baba from St. George, from my mother. So. 100%.
Ok.
Compreendo 100% português.
Mas falar é um pouco mais complicado.
Yeah.
Eu é o contrário. Compreendo 100% inglês, mas falar é mais complicado.
Yeah.
É uma paixão, o vinho. E esta adega. Is a passion. This winery, it's a hobby, it's a passion for you.
Very passionate. So, I was born on a dairy, Bacchus, late, and so, but Vavu Azevedo is made wine on vino every year, and so as I grew up, very passionate with the Portuguese wines and the way he made wine. He passed away. That was my father and myself, and then my father passed away, and then I took over with my family. But a lot of friends and family encourage me, hey, make it bigger, make a commercial winery one of these days. So I'm a commercial contractor, so I can build. I built everything here, and so and I had the money, to build, and so it makes a difference. But I designed this around a lot of the Portuguese ideas that I visited from Portugal and the Azores. You don't see the cars in my winery. I want them outside. The wall is very much like Portugal, and the inside the grotto and the piazza. You end up a lot of family back in here. So we bring our guests are all our family, and so we treat them like special. Obviously, you can tell I'm very passionate about being here and making this Portuguese winery and promoting our heritage to the general population. California, the Portuguese people here, about 95% of the Portuguese people are from the Azores. You don't get too many people from the mainland. So they come, they see the name St. George. Well, it's got to be Portuguese. They check it out. Well, they got to come and visit. So we get a lot of Portuguese people.
I say when I work in when I love it, my work, I make the things better. For you, is the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. So I like this winery, and I like the public. And I can afford to make the best wine that in the region. So in the region, this starts out in 3 years before I make the wine. The vineyard has got to be perfect. So like this year, we dropped a lot of fruit. It was a pretty good production. But if you leave all the grapes on the vine, you won't get that good a wine. So we drop the fruit. And we do other things. We shoot thin back in when the vineyard starts to come out. We pull leaves, drop fruit, and so we do a lot of things over the top. Why? Because I own the vineyard, and I like the best wine, and we produce everything that we can the best way we can. So
what the oldest cask you have here? Alvarino, Trincadeira, the oldest.
What's my best wine that I like?
Yes, the older casks.
All the varietals. So I'm going to start up there. I'm thinking where my map is on the. So Badeu, and that come from Pico and Madalena. The cuttings came from Madalena. So if you drink my Badeu, it's from Pico.
Yeah.
And so. The next one is Toriga Nacional. We have Sujal, Trincadeira, Tentacão, Albarino, and Tinto Roriz, Barstardo. But we have Alicante Bichet, we have Caranon, we have Barbera. Barbera's from my wife, but she's Italiano.
Okay.
So I gave her one Italian wine. So. And then Petit-Sirah. So we have almost 100% are all Portuguese varietals. And the main reason we have the Portuguese varietals is because we make port. We are one of the biggest port-producing wineries in the United States. And the reason is we produce a variety of ports, and we're really authentic. There are like Ficklin is doing a big production, but they don't do what we do. We're aging 3 years in barrels, and we do single varietals because I do a blend of port. But again, we do all the 5 and 6 varietals, just like in northern Portugal in Douro. But the government regulates the ports up there. They cannot do individuals. Well, the United States, they don't have those rules. So, and why do we do individual ports like Sujal and Trincadeira and Tentacão? Because a lot of people like my blend, but they want to take a bottle of what they like and they put it and make their own blend. And they come back and they say, "This is what I share." One rule I have, I will share. You can share it with me, but you have to tell me the recipe.
Ok. Pronto, Luís, não é, pronto, vieste aqui na condição de provar o vinho. Esta garrafinha, portanto, ele já provou, mas ainda não sabe bem qual é o sabor que ela tem, não é?
Ela tem um sabor espetacular.
Achas que quando chegar ao fim a garrafa já sabes mais ou menos apreciar o sabor deste vinho?
Não, já estou a sobriar.
Já está?
Já estou.
I'm gonna have him bring out the port.
I'm going to try my best. And I'm not going to drive, you're going to drive. Agora, para traduzir para a língua portuguesa, vocês têm que entendermos assim, um homem que nasceu nessa terra,
Verdade.
que tem um lugar espetacular como este, que produz vinho de Porto, que é o maior produtor de vinho de Porto nos Estados Unidos, principalmente na Califórnia. É da gente apreciar e dizer muito obrigado pelo aquilo que ele está a fazer para os portugueses, que ele está a fazer isto para os portugueses, para parecerem que estão mesmo na própria casa. Portanto, obrigado por aquilo que está a fazer para os portugueses. Isto é muito importante.
Uma outra curiosidade é que o facto de terem atribuído o nome de São Jorge à adega foi precisamente por o Sr. Vernon ter a família da Ilha de São Jorge. What do you think about your, como é que se diz, antepassados? Ele percebe, os seus antepassados tiveram alguma influência já o seu avô, não era? Fazia vinho, não era?
Your grandfather used to make wine too?
What's that?
Your grandfather used to make
My father, my grandparents. So I was raised with my grandfather from a year old making wine, and the whole family would go out and pick the grapes, and we would make it. So I remember when I was 4 years old, I got in trouble.
Okay.
I went down in the cellar and took the hose out of the barrel, and I sipped it. And I sipped it. But it wasn't sweet any longer. But I liked it because it had like a CO2, like a soda pop. Well, so after milking cows, we all sat around the dinner table, and my father, he stared at me, and I knew I was in trouble. Something I did wrong. And he says, "You forgot to put the hose back in the barrel." Comprende? And so, and he said, "That wine's not ready yet." He had a jug of wine, a gallon jug, next to his chair until he died. He always picked that up and he poured it a little bit, and he had a pitcher of water, and he blended it a little bit, pushed it over to me. My mother, "Oh no, too much wine." That's okay. This wine is good and it's ready at the table. Don't drink the one. You can always have wine. By the time I was 10, there was no more water, but I respected the wine. It was part of our meal, and that's what he said. You don't see me, no social. It's always part of the meal. The red wine was always at the table.
Okay.
And so I grew up that way. Today, I still have to have a little wine with my meal. Whatever I'm eating, if I go out to dinner, I bring one of my bottles of wine, and I know if I'm going to have a big prime rib or a steak, a piece of meat, anyway. So I take and bring the red wine that I know. If I'm doing salmon or bacalao, I'll take maybe the Verde or the Alvarino. So everybody says, "What's your favorite wine?" I say, I don't have a favorite wine. It's whatever I'm eating.
Yes.
It's whatever I'm going to have for dinner. They're all my favorites.
Yep.
So,
eu costumo dizer que nós na terceira recebemos bem, mas não é só na terceira. Fomos recebidos aqui na Winery St. George, ou St. George Winery, de uma forma espetacular. Não é, eu tenho que não é. É uma forma de receber igual.
Eu vou acrescentar uma coisa que é engraçada.
Nós às vezes temos a ideia, na terceira recebe bem. Não é bem assim.
É engraçado que um homem que ordenhou vacas, repara bem, um homem que ordenhou vacas tira vinho de um barril e depois nos diz assim: o vinho é todo bom, porque depende da refeição que vais tomar.
É isso mesmo.
Portanto, é um homem que percebe essas coisas.
É verdade. Eu costumo dizer, a gente às vezes tem perguntas na nossa ideia que são respondidas automaticamente, e foi o que aconteceu com o Sr. Vernon. Eu ia perguntar para ele qual era o melhor vinho. Depende da situação, depende da comida, depende do ambiente.
That's what he said.
Exatamente. Depende de muita coisa.
Depende de muita coisa.
É
Portanto, se a gente comer um bom peixe, penso eu que o vinho branco cai bem com o peixe. Ou vinho verdelho. Depende também dos sabores que tu gostas.
É verdade.
Portanto, para mim, eu a comer peixe, eu gosto muito do vinho tinto.
With fish we must
Wine.
we drink just the red wine or just the
Da verdelho.
verdelho or
If you're eating fish.
I can eat fish with the red wine. It's no problem.
Yeah.
What's the best?
What's your opinion? We must eat fish with the red wine.
I don't understand what you meant. So,
What I'm going to explain it to you is, if you're eating fish
Yeah.
at the table,
Oh.
what kind of wine you're going to drink
Or with a fish.
with the fish? What's the best?
oh, well, the Verdeo or the Albarino.
Okay.
It's a white wine with my
It's
fish.
better.
Okay.
It's better.
Yeah.
That's why
The
we-
red, you Alcatra.
Okay.
Alcatra.
Alcatra.
There we go,
Alcatra.
there we go.
Okay.
And I make the best Alcatra.
How
I
you
make it
Okay. Também.
So next, you will
and
invite
instead of a
us.
smoked.
You say the red wine is not the best option for the fish.
Well, he's
Not-
saying-
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's saying, like you said before, the white wine or verdelho, it's better with the fish.
Yeah, I've got chefs from all over the country, and they come here and the wild salmon, comprende, with the Verdeo over the
Okay.
top.
Okay.
Best chefs in the world. My Verdeo is really,
How many visitors you have in month here in Winery?
thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah, we have tonight we have a orchestra, a concert
Okay.
of string and mostly, but they're professors from the college. So they're tonight. There'll be maybe 200 here, 200 people, and then tomorrow we have another part. We have 3 events this weekend: tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. So we have.
Can I ask you a question? Can you tell me, or tell us right now, more things about you? Who you are? Explain it to me a little bit about you, about yourself.
Who am I? Okay. So, born and raised on a dairy, milking vacas diab, right? So, can I say that? Anyway, and so,
Vacas is the same of the wine? No, it's different.
yeah, a little different. So, again, had wine always in the dinner table, and very hard working. When I could walk, there was a job waiting for me. You know, feeding calves, feeding. It was a lot of hard work. Drove the tractor when I was 4 years old, so I had a lot of hard work. Morning and night, never knew anything else. My father didn't have a lot of money to hire a lot of people, so it was my brother and I and him. We did all the work. And so that was in Hanford, born down there. And my dad had just came out of World War II. And so my brother was born during the war, 1943, and I was born 1946. So I'm the first baby coming back. You know, we call that, the Boone babies or whatever. Anyway, so, but so we moved our dairy up on this ranch in 1954, and the dairy was okay for a few years, but then my dad could see that it wasn't really making a lot of money, and rather than selling it, we went into beef cows. So we raised a lot of beef, and I loved horses. I was just born on a horse too, and so a cutting ranch, moving cows around, just really, it was the ultimate thing in my life growing up, being around cattle and horses, and then going on to school. But I still milk cows when I was younger and all the way into in high school, because even though we sold our dairy here, dairymen, we worked for other dairies and milking cows, and it was good money, my brother and I, but we have to get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and go milk, and then I go to school. So I knew a lot of hard work, and it was just natural for me to get into something. I love building. I became a commercial contractor very young, built some really amazing jobs. I have built 46 churches, 15 Catholic churches. So I built like 15 wineries. So we do quite a bit of work. And I'm still at building projects. I don't have the big crew and the office staff anymore, but a lot of people come to me and ask me to put together a building project for them, because I like doing it. Just like I like making wine and our passion here, I love to build. I love to construct a lot of stuff. So we got the idea of this winery. I wanted to have another office for my ranch, and so I had this portion of the property and got the idea, well, my business office, I need another business too. My wife was retiring from Pacific Gas and Electric, and so we ended up coming up with the idea of the winery because I had already been making wine. So we got started with that. I again designed the whole project. I'm a commercial design, like an architect, designer, engineer, and we did a lot of it. But we built a lot of this ourselves. Everything on the walls, on the aging, all the. My wife did all of that. She's the one that's the artist part of it, and between her and I, we pulled this off. So we had the 2 buildings completed in 2009, and this was vineyard right in here. And so, as we started getting established, people wanted to have weddings here, and they wanted to have events. We had the lucid dancers dancing in the courtyard. So the lucid dancers, they have their mother and father for every kid, and then they have the whole family. When you have 42 kids, you have 300 total just to come to the dance. Everybody wants to come and see the lucid dancers, the kids, the dancers. So anyway, we've had that part. But so I decided to do our wine garden. That fits like 300 people out here to my left, and the wine garden building. We built this in 2018, and then we opened that up a couple of years before that. But so on St. George and some of the islands, every Portuguese family has an arbor in the back of the house, and they have a vine usually growing. And I thought, well, that's kind of what I want to do for my wine garden. I want to get that Portuguese feel. It's a bigger, but I want an arbor with vines growing over it. And over there, they make a nice fresh cocktail called vinche.
When you say to the visitors, we have Portuguese casks, is a proud of you.
Yeah, everything. This is. I brought the Azores in Portugal, and I built this with the idea that this is my family and my heritage, and people come to visit me or visit the winery. They come and visit my heritage and my personal feeling of what this winery should be.
You're proud
Very
to be
proud.
Portuguese.
Yeah, I'm proud of my heritage. I do a lot of. I just came back last weekend for 3 days in Pismo Beach for the Portuguese heritage, and so we were down there. And it was a break-even event for me. I didn't make any money, but I met a lot of people. I met I had like 30 of my Portuguese family that came. So it was like a family reunion. But I made so many friends. and a lot of people already knew me and had been to the winery. So it was, and I do 3 or 4 of those a year. We go outside of this winery and I participate. And then we also have a lot of events here with Portuguese people. We had the Heritage back in March, I think, here. So, and my friend Antoinette DeWort,
Okay.
she did the Alcatra. She did the Alcatra for and Bishop Cotta, a personal friend of mine, who is now the bishop for Stockton. They do so. The Stockton diocese comes here with 50 people, and they do the retreat. All the department managers for the diocese. So Bishop has mass out there on my stage, 5 or 6 priests and about 4 or 5 deacons, nuns, and everybody, and I'm part of that, and it's.
We can find easily the winery St. George in the internet. Okay. You have Facebook.
Faithful.
Okay.
Yeah, very much so. And Bishop Potter's from Terceira. You know, he's special. His special meal is alcatra. Yeah. Yeah, and so anyway, we make it here quite a bit.
It's a good food, alcatra, for you.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
If you go back, what are you thinking? If you want to go back on the past, what do you think?
So when I go back to the Azores,
No, go back over here.
When you were young.
if I had it over to do it again, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
The memories, your memories.
After milking cows,
Oh,
then go to this.
well, there was a lot of in between, you know, but
That's what.
well, after high school, I went to college a little bit and learned engineering. I began working for a general contractor, and he was commercial, and I learned the business, and I got licensed in 1972 when I was 25 years old. I already had a general construction license, and just never stopped. You know, 5,000 building projects. So that's keeping me, 50 years. I've been building. And again, I really enjoy building. It's almost like a passion of making wine or a meal and stuff. It's a very rewarding to me to build. But I've been to Portugal and to the Azores 4 or 5 times, and going back to the village, Jacinta Lodge and Flores, where and my cousins, all my family's from. I'll never. So Jacinta Lodge is a little town. I don't know if it's more south, but anyway, I go to mass, and on a Saturday night, and all the men was suits and ties. Everybody was dressed up, but me. I was just like this. Dress shirt
the
and
jeans
Levi's.
and the shirt.
Yes, and so I'm up in front. There was nobody sitting on the front pew, so I'm sitting up there, going through the whole mass. My wife didn't come in; she was embarrassed. She stayed out in the car. So after mass, I walked out, and some of the men came up to me and wanted to find out who in the heck I was, because. I'm almost certain they thought I was insulting them. And so I told them who I was and my last name. Oh, Vieira, we know Vieiras. And I said, yes, I know Vieiras. Come back to the end of the church, and there's a big plaque, a big sign, encased in bronze. Francisco Domingos Vieira dedicated the church property and the cemetery. That's my great-grandfather.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm the great-great-grandson.
Okay.
So the festa, they put me at the front of the table, and I became an honorary. I was an honorary member, and it was like, forever. and of course, not a lot of people spoke Portuguese, but I mean English. So they did it all in Portuguese, and I had people coming up. Younger people speak pretty good English, and so it was. But that's really, that meant a lot to me, that they recognized the fact that, and that was, and I know that because my grandfather, it's written in our book, in our hereditary, those things. So my cousin Frank Gomes Vieira.
You have cousins yet in Azores?
Yeah,
Okay,
I stayed in this house. Yeah. In Flores and Lage, and they gave me the keys, and I stayed there.
Okay.
And it was so. Baba Vieira was a Pimentel.
Okay.
They had 3 meals off the water, and they ground the grain. The grain. And so I went to one. They have one left from the Pimentels. Pimentels were rich people.
Okay. Okay.
You have corn. You got 10 sacks of corn. You get 9 back, and you give me 1 for grinding it.
Okay.
So it was they were really, but then they had too much grain and wheat and corn. But then they had lots of cows and chickens. So, but they were really well off.
Estás a perceber o que está a dizer?
Estou a perceber.
Que tinha 10 sacas de milho para moer no moinho, depois tinha um que era para ele. Mas eram pessoas mais ou menos abastadas.
É bom, pronto, é bom a gente, ir dando umas achegas, porque compreendemos que o inglês é universal, mas nem toda a gente percebe.
Mas atualmente a nossa juventude nos Açores, principalmente a nossa juventude, fala inglês. Não vamos estar a traduzir tudo o que ele está a dizer, porque valia a pena traduzir. Porque valia a pena traduzir.
Mas é essencialmente o registro que fica.
O que nos explicou a nós é importantíssimo e bonito.
É verdade.
Um homem que vai a uma missa e os outros estão tudo de fatos e gravatas, e ele em camisa e calça de ganga, e depois no fim vê uma placa de bronze na igreja em que seu avô ou bisavô é que contribui para aquilo. Epá,
eu ia fazer um comentário a alguém que dizia que se deve ir à missa sempre de gravata e de fato, mas é melhor não fazer. Nós vamos à missa não é para apresentarmos aquilo que vestimos, mas é a nossa fé,
que nos leva lá. Okay. Portanto, isto era bonito traduzir tudo o que aquele homem disse.
Era sim, senhor.
Era lindíssimo. Mas atualmente a nossa mocidade nova já fala.
Vamos caminhar para o final.
They had no waterfalls. It was all windmills to grind the corn.
É verdade.
Yeah, and on St. George too.
Okay.
Mas uma coisa engraçada que ele acabou de dizer, porque as flores têm quedas de água, mas simplesmente dizendo isto, as quedas de água.
We say waterfalls.
Mas na Ilha Terceira, se a gente reparar, temos
não tem.
Uma ou duas e esse tiver. Na Algova,
quase podemos dizer que não tem.
Mas na Algova tem uma e tal. E os nossos moinhos são movidos por água.
Verdade.
É todos movidos por água.
Vamos caminhar para o final. Isto tem princípio, meio e o fim. I have the last question for you. This is your dream, or you have another dream in your life?
I have another dream in my life. I would like to help the poor people more.
Okay.
The homeless is all really bad. I put together a plan and prayed for money, to make it happen. But I would like that would be the last ultimate goal would be to provide a facility for the homeless people, especially the poor families with children that don't have a place to live or stay. So that's still in the back of my mind. Maybe one of these days when I get old.
Okay. You're young. Yeah, young.
Mais uma coisa que eu vou traduzir para português que é mais fácil de me entender. Um homem que tem isto tudo e que ainda tem uma intenção de fazer algo para os povos e para famílias, a gente tem que dar um valor.
É verdade.
Uma coisa enorme. Um homem que tem a intenção de fazer
além
isso.
Além de ser um ato nobre, é um sonho
nobre.
É um
sonho nobre.
É sim, senhor.
É sim, senhor. It was a privilege to be here with you, sir. And nice to meet you. And I want to come back again because I like the wine.
Okay. Mr. Vernon, thank you.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here with you and with
All right.
your wine.
Salute.
A nossa.
Não, pode ser salute.
Ah, mas também tens que encher.
Queres cheira
Não,
daquele?
não, não, não. Pode ser daquele,
Vai
com
ter.
licença. Eu ainda estou bem, ainda estou bem.
it's
Está
good
vazio, mas eu
wine.
ainda estou bem. É que,
That's
Ok.
good. That's a good one.
e já agora, já que estás a falar muito
Vamos
bem, eu
lá.
e o Luís, mete aí mais um bocadinho.
Mas para aí, que eu vou conduzir.
May I? May I? Ok. Ana, a gente vai comer and finally we hit something. But now we just talk. And now, for the final, salute.
Saluting, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless you, sir.
A sua esposa, a gente pode conhecer a sua esposa só a terminar.
I want to
É.
introduce you, but
E
I
quero-
talked about the port and I didn't.
Exatamente.
Come over here.
Yep.
I don't have a bottle of port.
Muito obrigado pela forma como fomos recebidos aqui na São Jorge Winery.
She looks more Portuguese than me.
Não, é verdade, é verdade. Num pontinho da América, num pontinho da Califórnia, nós temos uma excelente adega. A gente vai se levantar, o Osvaldo vai levantar ali a mais a maquinazinha. You drink something or you don't? And finally, what's your name?
Janice Castellanelli. We have to get the Italian in there. Vieira.
I know you were born in Italy.
No, I wish. I wish. No. California.
Salute again. Thank you.
Don't have I want to get a bottle of my port in this picture.
Okay, then.
Okay, so right now what we have here for you is we have a roasted tomato spread that we can put on our garlic crackers right here in the center. We have some almond biscotti for you, some dried apricots, provolone cheese, dried cranberries, dry salami, and then over here there's these little fig cranberry oatmeal tarts, essentially. Very good with wine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your job here? Tell us something.
Oh, what my job here? I do everything. I have known this family almost my whole entire life, and I grew up with their children, and I started doing their on-site caterings here about 11 years ago, and their wine club. And after COVID hit, they needed help in the tasting room, and I decided I wanted to come here. I wanted to be at a winery.
Okay.
I love this family. So I have been here ever since. I am their on-site chef, and I work in the tasting room for them. So I've been here for 11 years.
Ok, é bastante.
Good old time.
Oh, we're going to have a port tasting.
Agora sim. Finally, what do you say
Yeah,
about this wine?
All right, so this is our port. This happens to be a single varietal of
Okay.
Trincadeira. So probably one of our favorite ports, right? I mean, everybody likes this the most. And so I'm going to share this port with you.
A gente hoje, antes de terminar, a gente bebe tanto que a gente não sei se vai sair daqui como deve de sair, mas parece-me que sim, não é, Luís? Ok.
Yeah. This is
Eu acho que o Luís, com tanto vinho, já perdeu o sabor a eles todos. ó. Não perdeste ainda? Ah, pronto, ok.
Now, that's our little niche in this
Okay.
industry, or the
With-
port,
with,
because the Portuguese people sure know
Okay.
how to
Yeah.
make some great port.
yeah.
But these two ladies.
He
Oh,
forgets
no.
us. He has to keep us sober because we work. There you go.
Yeah,
Andrea.
Salute.
Hey, being Shay.
thank you.
Bem cheio de zelo.
For coming to St. George Winery. We're a Portuguese winery, and we have Portuguese wines, as you've probably already experienced. And it's part of our heritage that we continue on with our Portuguese way of life here at this winery and our wine. So we thank you for coming today. And I want to say today is a very special day for me because we're going to include you with our, this is a YouTube, but it's going worldwide. And so you guys are invited to join us in YouTube. So again, I want to thank you for coming. We'd like to have you come back and bring your family and friends. We always, we have the wine garden, we have the wine garden building, we have the old tasting room. So If you call ahead of time, we can always arrange and do maybe some barrel tasting and some special things for you. So anyway, thank you again for coming, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
A Luís, agora é de vez, não é? A nossa despedida?
A nossa despedida de vez. E mais
De vez daqui.
de vez daqui desse lugar, que valeu a pena vir aqui a esse lugar, e convido todos os portugueses, e não só,
E não só.
a visitar
St. George Winery. Em
Vale a
Acampo, Califórnia.
Califórnia, sim senhor, valeu a pena. E mais uma coisa, já agora que estamos aqui de carro, que a gente vai correr um pedacinho,
Vai correr onde? Carro?
de carro, mais uma vez congratulado por vir à Califórnia, estar entre juntos os
Epá.
dois, três, falta o nosso Duarte
É verdade,
Teixeira.
falta do Duarte.
É pena ele não estar aqui, porque
E eu sei que
vemos
o Armindo e a
Armindo.
Isadora também vão arranjar um dia para vir cá abaixo.
Vai cá abaixo, não é? Valeu a pena e que continues a gostar da nossa Califórnia e que nunca te esqueças, quando voltares à Ilha Teixeira, dizes assim: eu tenho bons amigos.
Os bons amigos nem sequer vou discutir isso. Eu costumo dizer, e estava a dizer ao Osvaldo quando a gente vinha agora em viagem, porque há muita gente que vem à Califórnia e vai para a ilha e diz isso e diz aquilo. É assim, meus amigos, a Califórnia é lindíssima e a beleza das coisas não está só quando elas estão boas, está também quando elas estão más.
Estão mais também assim.
Os campos estão mais castanhinhos, mas são bonitos da mesma maneira.
Chove pouco cá,
Nem mais.
a gente precisava mais chuva.
Mas não há problema,
A gente traz a
é
Ilha Teixeira
lindíssima e é como outro que diz, e vale a pena. A Costa Leste é completamente diferente, tem a sua beleza, e a Califórnia também tem a sua beleza. É uma terra de trabalho, de abundância, e vinha a dizer ao Osvaldo, e é verdade, dá para todos.
Isto tem lugar para toda a
É
gente.
verdade, dá para todos.
E já agora também, um abraço para o meu paraíso, aquele eu chamo paraíso,
Isso aí.
que é a minha Ilha de
Isso aí.
Teixeira, e para a Vila São Sebastião, e para os meus amigos um grande abraço. E agradecer a este senhor que lhes
Mr. Vernon Vieira.
que convidou a gente para vir a este lugar belíssimo, que eu quero voltar mais uma vez porque eu gostei de vir.
Não, eu estou a ver que sim. Um grande abraço e até à próxima,
Até à próxima.
se Deus quiser.